Everyone, we wanted to take a quick moment to thank all the listeners, the viewers, and of course the patrons out there. The team here at Vectorsigma hopes that we can bring a little levity and a distraction from the weight of the real world. Time is always precious, but that has become even more obvious now. We want to say that we really do appreciate everyone out there that's spending their time with us.
We are just going to do a little bit of background on our second game here. I do have to kindly, if you want to take the lead a little bit here, or don't take the lead, why don't you take the lead just by going through the teams while I get you the deck list.
So we're looking at Decado here, we have a recurring character. I'll be honest, my favorite character out of the set in Fangry, but it's a Windcharger lineup effectively, and the Optimus portion of it should also feel relatively obvious for any of you who have messed around with any sort of Windcharger list. Now, on the other side, we got our first judge called in.
Couldn't get very far.
We can hear you, yep.
How do you can hear me again? You can hear me?
They say they can hear me.
Oh, they can hear Vince?
So I will.
Yes.
I'll check that. There we go.
Just remute yourself. All right, can you hear Vince now? Vince, talk.
Can you guys hear me at all?
Anything? Got him?
I'll take that as a no.
Okay. All right. I'll get back to you guys in a sec.
So we're starting out with the Windcharger lineup, like I said. On the other side, however, we're looking at a Sky Shadow build again with Perceptor. It's something that we've seen from Stefan. We've seen it from a number of different sources. It's definitely a threat as we're going through this. Now, Dan's going to be pulling up the deck lists at some point. We're going to talk about them like we did before.
I'm sending them to you.
I know. Relax. I'm not.
I should have done this earlier. I'm sorry.
It's a lead-in. Relax.
All right,
relax.
All
Everybody's
right.
stressed
We
out.
have all deck list, and we can look at them together. Let's go over Jamie's because you haven't gotten into him. So Jamie's playing an interesting lineup here, where I think this is honestly one of the more interesting lineups in the format. I played this a couple weeks ago on stream with Fred, where I was playing the patron decks. Now, ironically, funny story here, which I'm sure they have just figured this out. The two patron decks that I played on stream were the two decks we're looking at. They've obviously been modified since then, but it was Jempty who sent me the Perceptor Shadow deck, and then it was Jamie Decado who sent me.
They can hear you, Dan.
Oh, you're right. Hi, guys. It was Jamie who sent me the Windcharger Optimus list. So it was very funny to me that both these guys ended up in my bracket and ended up having to play each other in the first round. So it'll be cool to see how these guys match up. So the Windcharger is a character that we've talked about over and over again, and I think this is an opportunity to really show what it can do and how quickly it might fail. Because if we go
I think what it can do is, putting it mildly, like if it goes off, it's going to be hilarious.
Right. So it represents that opportunity factor where that if he gets to go first and he gets to pop a Sky Shadow piece and take out a Sky Shadow piece and remove it from the game, and then remove the second one from the game, and then now he just avoided 2 attacks. Well, we've learned pretty quickly that's a good way to deal with Sky Shadow. However,
seems good.
He does not know that his opponent may be having some blue cards in his deck, so it might make it a little bit harder.
Right.
So, but we'll see how that goes.
On the other hand, like I was saying earlier, the Sky Shadow team itself, assuming that we don't just have Sky Shadow combining on turn 1, turn 0, however you want to look at it, it obviously presents a formidable threat. You can feed all your flips into Perceptor. It's a pretty substantial portion of what we're looking at so far.
Right. And then from Jempty's side, Jempty has a very mixed Sky Shadow list, but he definitely has representative blues. He has the double blues in the deck. He only has the 2 handheld blaster, but he has the 3 set of checkpoints. And it's not like a full mix. He's probably got, I'd say about 10, maybe 10 orange cards. So it kind of looks like a Galaxy Prime list from Wave 4, where he has like the spot oranges that he feels he needs to. Specifically the Peace Through Tyrannies, which are insane with Sky Shadow. He definitely splashed in to get those Peace Through Tyrannies into the deck.
Seems reasonable given the implications of that card with this particular build.
Right, right. All right. So if you are ready, if chat is ready, I will start the timer and we will get game going.
Here we go.
All right. So, guys, you are officially able to start,
Tell
and
them
good
60
luck.
minutes.
60 minutes is on the clock. If you need to know the clock at any which time, just drop the judge slip on and I will gladly let you know. Good luck, guys. All right, so here we are. This is our second game in the round 2 of the round robin group brackets, and this is an interesting one.
Yeah, there's some explosive potential here. We'll have to see how it shapes up. I'm very anxious to see if Windcharger blanks, how it does. As strange as that, I don't want him to whiff. Like, I'm not trying to put the bad mojo on him or something. But I'm curious to see. Okay, if you don't hit the nuts, how do you climb out of that hole?
Right, and I talked about that with Jamie at length about that character, and that's exactly how I felt. I felt that like there were games where I'm just like boom, and then there were games where I was like, oh, and here
Well,
it is. Here
we're
it
gonna
is.
learn today.
Oh, and he flips the blue.
Oh, buddy.
Yeesh, yeesh. Okay, so he flipped probably like half of the blue cards in his deck
Does
on that
does
attack.
that? I mean, I guess it could get worse if it was just all blues. You
Right.
did get an orange, but
Right.
like,
Yeah, so Jamie is very much leaning into the mix pip to add in that innate one defense on defense with his tough from the General Optimus. But
yeah,
that is right there. That is the downfall of a mix pip deck with a Windcharger at first attack, where he only dealt 4 damage out of a character that started at 7 base.
yes,
Dan mode,
that's
Dan mode, guys. I gotta give the shout out
Dan
to
mode.
Jempty.
Stop.
I
Did
have
you
to
know
give.
that was coming?
Yes, I did. I have to
Oh,
give the shout
okay.
out to Jempty from the moment we played on the first stream on Monday night. I love the Dan mode. He kept with it, and he's representing Dan mode. I love it.
All right.
All right, secret action early.
Interesting.
I believe Jempty has a fair amount in the list.
Shout out to the Bumblebee token.
Yeah, Jempty has many tokens on his deck,
Nice.
on his desk in front of him, so he has plenty of options for his choices. Oh, there's the cards he won it on the attack.
Oh boy, that super feels bad.
Yeah, so Jempty has 2 end hostilities, a hold the line, 2 reflect damage, which is a very spiced include that I love.
Yeah, it's something that we're.
A stable cover, a take cover, and he has 1 ruse to go with all that, which I'm shocking he didn't go for the second one. But that's a lot. That's a lot of spice in those secret actions. So when he puts on a secret action, it's gonna be hard to figure out what they are. So the
Are
counter
there?
espionage is tough.
Okay, yeah, I'm double checking the list. I was about to say, are there any duplicate secret actions? But there are. My eyes were
Uh,
failing me for a moment.
there's a couple hostilities, a couple reflex.
Yes, yeah.
Jempty is very much into the idea that there is a lot of good direct damage running around, so reflex can really have good bouncing. And on top of that, the Sky Shadow mirrors could very easily come down to those reflex, and he didn't want to board them. He wanted to main them. He wanted to give himself the edge in those Sky Shadow mirrors.
I think it's a reasonable take at this stage.
Mm-hmm. I really
We
love
got
the card. I'm very very up on the card, and I'm looking forward to how that card does and performs in this tournament. In this game, in this match, I don't know
so
how good
I.
it'll be.
What just happened? Did he play head on and wedge?
Did he play head on a wedge?
Well, he just wedged to heal the. Um. Is that what just happened?
I'm gonna confirm real quick.
Okay, so I do get to do Fangry.
Hey Jamie, did you wedge and head on there?
Uh, yeah, I'm an idiot.
Okay. That's a reset. So
Yeah.
just what the wedge? Did you plan and everything too?
No, I just had the melee guys. I realized I screwed it up as soon as I played it, so.
Okay, so you just had the heal one on the wedge.
Yeah.
Okay, so take the heal one back and put the wedge in your hand,
Yep.
and then you just continue as ordered.
Okay, sorry about that.
No big deal. I'm glad I'm watching. Good luck, guys. Okay, see, this is it. This is why I wanted the judge on every table. Right there, the game could have been totally different. You know.
Fair. So we have a head-on going on to Fangry, who's trying to punch the crap out of that piece.
And
Sky
there
Shadow
is.
piece, that is. And he put a sizable amount of damage on him, but not quite enough to get the one shot.
Right, right. Now he would have needed the weapon to follow through.
Right.
And for what it's worth, yeah, you know, we do believe a strategy is to not KO that piece there. Because if he KOs that piece there, yeah, he takes the tank attack away, which is fine, right? But he does just, you know, get the Sky Shadow on on a good, healthy 10 health. So,
Yeah, it's a very delicate dance because obviously it's going to happen at some stage, but you need to be in a good position to be able to sustain and not just get blown out by it.
okay, so Jempty's proxies are going to be a lot harder to tell. I know he kept them well to pips, so I think I think the leap in the battle might be end hostilities. The green is a reflect, and the orange is probably belligerence. So yeah, so it's I think it's end hostilities, belligerence, reflect, and peace through tyranny.
Gotcha.
Yes, yeah, it's definitely yeah. I can see the symbols. He drew like little things on them. You can see like the O to blue. I like it. I like it.
Oh boy.
But they're all common. I know that. So like every time we see a defense formation now, we'll know it's a belligerence. Every time we see the reprocess, we'll know it's a reflect. Same thing with the leap. I'm sure they're all end hostilities. I know that was his plan to do.
Gotcha.
So we got belligerence PTT there.
That seems to be correct. So where does he take it from here? You were talking about how it's entirely possible you don't want to kill the pieces until
Right,
you're
yeah.
ready. If
So he may have like purposely held back the weapon so he can get a crack at the tank and prevent him from combining sooner. And like also not combining with 10 health, like I said earlier. So that I think that's a legitimate strategy that some of these decks are going to have to take. So this piece is interesting. Um,
I
okay,
can see why, if your assumption is that your opponent is just then going to target
right.
the
So
weakened piece.
he's essentially saving himself some health, and he's going to get a potential 2 cracks at whoever he wants here, and he gets to just deal 3 damage. Also, let's not forget about that.
Correct.
So the piece to tyranny is pretty big here.
Which he may have forgotten.
I don't know who he bolted. I guess he's still going through that. If he missed, that's rough.
He whiffed.
I think he missed on the bolt. That's a big deal.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, it is what it is. But he does have an Energon Axe up.
So that's a
Sky
11,
Shadow.
That's an 11, 10. Yeah, 10 attacker? No, 12 attack. Bing, bing.
Yeah.
So he gets
No,
what he
that's a
wanted.
piece in there.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's bigger. 13? Yeah, it's gigantic.
I can see why Fangry bit the dust here. And now he gets to go again.
Right. And then he just gets But the thing here is that if he had gotten the bolt off on the Windcharger, the Perceptor could have potentially taken out the Windcharger, and that's what the miss is going to be here.
Yeah, without killing the Windcharger, I don't know that it's worth it.
It's possible.
I've made a lot of bad PTTs in my time, and this is feeling like one of my PTTs.
Well, it's going to be funny because his name in the bracket is How to PTT, and he may have just messed this first one up.
Oh, no!
It's okay.
So what do you have for us here?
The other card was Belligerence, which once again, it seems pretty good if we got that extra damage on him.
Yeah, you're laughing at chat.
Yeah,
Oh, grenade launcher is pretty good though.
that's not bad. Like I said, the list is very interesting. It's very I'm gonna play the best card every turn type deck, which is why I like it very, very much.
So he can get there. It's just this is going to be
what,
a very
he's
narrow
at-
margin.
He's at 9. Like the bolt would have secured it. Oh, the dam mode is
Yes.
perfect. You gotta love the dam mode, Eddie. I mean, 9-1. I mean, he has the tough. There's a chance he lives, for sure. But there's
So
also a
what is that
chance
other
he
card?
played the belligerence. So he.
That's
I
belligerence.
think this
Okay.
is going to secure the kill.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say
Yeah, I think
yes.
that's going to secure the kill. So it might have seemed like a lot to do that, but leaving your opponent with just you know let's be real here, just Optimus Prime and Parsect against a 10 health Sky Shadow and a full health Perceptor. I'm gonna say the PTT is gonna end up working out.
Yeah, it seems like it's okay.
Which
Since he
is
had the follow up, like we were saying, if he whiffed somehow, like
if
he
he didn't
didn't
play
have
the
the
belligerence, like I think that's what he knew. I think he knew he had to play the belligerence, and but that's the thing. Like maybe right there, like Jamie just learned a lesson of like you can't put PTT with belligerence, right? like
yeah.
like that he set himself up for that one. And then here's the crazy thing here, here's another belligerence.
Speaking of
So do you think that
belligerence,
he's so here's the thing, right? And we talked about this a little bit here. Um, if he attacks here, he has to attack with the little guy first to get damage, right? Like that's the point. Like, all right, let me get a pick at it
hmm
because belligerence is the entire turn, so that's a big deal here. So like he's gonna get to smack Perceptor here for whatever it's gonna be.
which it's
It's
looking
not a lot.
like
It's not a lot.
2, 3, 4.
Yeah, 4 pierce 1, but it's gonna be 3 damage.
I don't know that you can ask much more out of an unsuited
So
up
he
parsec.
yeah, so he went into the Sky Shadow, which I'm a little worried about. But maybe he just thinks that his Optimus. I don't know. The Optimus can't one shot, so I don't know. Maybe that's the interesting here.
So how much damage does Sky Shadow have on him?
I
10 right now?
Yeah, that can't be right. I have to correct that.
Because I saw him move a die, but
Right. Hey, Jempty, that Sky Shadow, it should have been at 10 before that attack, correct?
Oh,
'Cause-
that's right. So 12.
okay,
You're
all
right.
Just making
The
sure.
2 health from the PTT. You're good.
All right, sounds good.
yeah, Chad also spotted it, so. Good eye, Chad.
All the judges.
Yep. Who needs us? No, but I mean, now that he has 12 on him, he has 20 health, so, I mean,
Yeah,
there's a chance.
if the Optimus is going at him, the Optimus is going to finish the job. I think
Yeah.
so. I mean, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, he should be dead in the dumps. Because he didn't even flip any oranges to help himself. Now, if he went after the Perceptor, no, he went after the, just by the number of cards flipped. He did. Let's adjust it. We're good. It's hard to see that blue die.
Yeah, there is one there. It kind of blends into the mat.
Yeah.
So I guess they're recalculating the damage based on the belligerence.
Right. Yeah, and he's KO'd, and then he gets an ominous. But see, here's the thing: like he gets this ominous, and like what he can do now is he can just ominous and KO the Parsect, where he just takes 4 damage on the thing. I would probably just KO the Parsect, and then like force the Optimus to like kill me, and I don't know that that's gonna be possible. And he also gets the flip again, so he gets it's even bigger. He gets the flip back to alt mode. Yeah, that's right. He had to flip the head. So he gets the flip back to alt mode, get his extra defense on top of that, which is it's not a bad thing, because it's gonna happen. And he gets to see more cards. So that's also what Sky Shadow represents here, is that he's gonna give this dude, a +4 attack with his Pier 4, and you got an extra flip out of Perceptor. And this ominous is gonna very easily just KO Parsec if he wants him to.
Right. Yeah, I think you're correct about where the targeting is going to go. Now the battlefield scam, what is that one? I can't quite tell.
That's counter espionage. The backup bag is hold the line. Yeah.
Okay.
So counter espionage, hold the line, piece of tyranny, grenade launcher. Obviously, the grenade launcher is not what you want to give your opponent.
Yeah, we can kind of go out on a limb and say that.
The other cards are a lot less efficient.
But that still means that you're going to have to do 2-2, because otherwise, well,
No, I think you could have went 3-1
Yeah,
here and just said here,
yeah,
like put Peace through Tyranny in 1, you know?
I was
Or
correcting
did he
myself
4?
as I
All
was.
right, so he 4-0'd. I love it. That's even better. I'll
Ooh,
take the
okay.
4-0, which I think is fine. But this also the idea that he took the 4 there is that, he probably is going to need a shield. He has to. I assume he might have a secret action here to hide his Perceptor. Very processed. Oh, okay. So he takes the weapon off. Okay. And that's the fusion bore. So there you go. So now he has a 7 attack, Pierce 7, or he has a 5 attack, Pierce 7 currently.
Would it have made more sense just to save it?
I mean, if you're gonna get the damage, I think it's fine.
Well, only because we were talking about having Ominous run into
Well, the
Parsec,
point
and
thing
it
is
changes
that
the
the
attack sequences.
right. Well, you also have to assume that Jempty probably has direct damage in his hand. Also, there's a good chance he does. So
Mhm.
even if he just gets the pop hit on Optimus here, and then the trade back is the Parsec runs into Ominous, then like he probably just offs the Parsec and then just finishes off the game, right?
Yeah, I mean, if he has out of combat KO, clearly that's the route you go. Which maybe this is telegraphing that that's what's happening.
Yeah, it's very possible that it is. But he gets Pierce 5, so he gets 5 damage, and it makes that Perceptor attack just a lot easier to KO that Optimus.
Oh, it's at this stage, it's probably, I don't want to say guaranteed, but it's all but guaranteed.
Yeah.
So, Decado, what do you got for us here?
Same thing.
I
I
I
mean,
don't see a whole lot of outs for him, to be honest. I mean, clearly you got to get him with Parsec first. Can you make Parsec do anything of value? Because that's an undamaged Perceptor at the moment.
right. It's what I said. And like if you don't use your Parsec to KO the Ominous, then I think that you're definitely in a lot of trouble.
Well, yeah, because you're just going to have to send Optimus into Ominous, and
Right.
obviously Parsec's not killing Perceptor now.
Right.
Um, there are a lot of things that are going to have to fall into place unless there's a lot of grenade launchers and reckless charges or something in his hand.
I mean, it's not a bad card.
That's a decent card. I've heard good things about it before.
Yeah. You don't really care about the defense on your 1 health character. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. System reboot. That can change a lot of things too.
Yeah.
But it also kind of fuels Jempty, where if he didn't have the direct damage, like he just got 4 shots at it. And he definitely has them in the list. He has 2 Keymain crashes in the list. And actually, that's all he has in the main deck is the 2 Keymain crashes. So,
Really?
yeah.
I
I mean, he has like javelins and stuff like that, but
Well, yeah, but that's not helping him here, at least
Right.
for what we're describing.
Right.
So, what do you got for us, Parsec?
Hold on.
There should be one more card at least.
Hey guys, one more card. Bold 1 from Parsec, bold 1 from Optimus. Welcome.
So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, right?
9. The Parsec 2 attack or 3 attack? 2 attack, right?
I want to say 2,
Yeah,
but
so
I
it's
can't.
5, 5, 8, 9 or 5, 8. Yeah. So he went all out to kill that Ominous. He got him.
Oh, he got there. Ominous is toast officially.
I guess the weapon was necessary if you don't think you're gonna get there. He also had the
There
system.
were-
He was gonna system reboot, so he was gonna restock.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. And like we were talking about before, you can't risk missing.
Right. And that's the fusion bore. So I mean, I guess he just stays in alt mode and he just kills the guy, right? Oh wait, checkpoints. That's interesting. That's a powerful play.
Yes.
And he gets 3 cards. Whew. That's really
Ooh,
good.
buddy. Yeah, and they were important because
Yep, they're gonna
he
matter.
has to have a weapon in order to do this.
Right. And now he can honestly just attack in alt mode to keep that 2 defense. He does. I mean, you probably just flip anyway because the Optimus, chances are he's not going to be able to 1-hit you without an upgrade. But
Nah, he's not taking any chances.
yeah, you might as well just have it. And I guess it didn't matter, right? But fusion board just KOs.
Sorry, Parsec. It's just not happening tonight.
Right. All right, so here you go, Optimus. Heart of the cards, right?
Yeah, unless he ripped something off the top, because the card he kept was wedge formation.
Right, and he's often the draw off the wedge. I would have wondered if it would have been better to heal. I don't know that like you can survive a hit anyway, but I would have thought about it.
Yeah, because in I
Because
mean
the
we can
point is,
see the other card in his hand,
I
so
don't think the draw is gonna. Even if you get a grenade launcher, you can't win the game. So like, I think you just take the heal and play the Matrix, and then just try and live. You know?
and pray. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Jempty he needs to shuffle better. He just flipped all three showing offs back to back.
that's weird. But variance.
But there it is, you know. And like I said, even if he drew the grenade launcher there, put up four more, he's still alive. He still has 3 health, you know.
Right. Now Perceptor's sitting at base 9, and you gave him a mitt full of cards.
Correct.
I mean, I can see where despair might be setting in.
Is that wedge
and
formation
it's
a
just
weapon?
like whatever.
Is that wedge formation a weapon?
Yes, it is. I don't think it's going to matter shortly, but we can fix it if it
Dan
comes up.
mode. Can Dan mode bring it home? And then the scarier thing is like the Briscoe. I wouldn't just count the Briscoe out either. Like he still has to go through a Briscoe that can deal damage. You know.
I mean, we're looking also at a bigger they are
Oh.
on top of the scrap pile. Like there are other ways for Briscoe to get there.
There's your Bumblebee.
Yep. Yeah, I think they saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah, fair enough. He probably just asked what it was.
Yep.
All right, so that's game one. Let's look at the
So let's take a.
sideboards.
I was about to say that. We'll pull them up.
So
Good.
Jempty's character out of the board is Gears, and he's doing the Gears and the sabotage for the combo matches. So he's a little bit prepared for those matches. He wanted an answer and like a kind of like a newer way to interact with the combo by taking away all its upgrades and stuff like that. So I think that's an interesting. Obviously, he's
Right.
not going to be boarding that in here. Let's be real.
No, I don't think that's really going to help them.
But I
in this
think
scenario.
I think you'll definitely see this end hostilities come in. You'll probably see the sabotage armaments come in. And then other than that, I don't know what else you would bring in here. I think it's just those two cards.
At this point, I would agree that it doesn't appear that they are making any character changes. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't.
I mean, there is an argument that maybe Jempty. I don't. The thing is that Jamie has the Battlefield Legend in the board,
Yes.
and I don't think that is going to do him anything at all if you're staring at 6 attackers. So it comes down to the same thing. Like maybe the Optimus has a better shot of one-hit KOing a piece,
Right.
So like maybe that's what you can try and go for, but you would still need to get like pretty lucky on your flip.
And
to
you're just
make that
giving
work.
them. I mean, not quite an Optimus Battlefield Legend, but it's another giant body.
Right. So like even if you do get along, they're like, all right, well, I'll just combine. I'll deal 3 damage to make your Optimus at 10 health, and we're on the same playing field.
Yeah.
And by the way, I get to crack you.
Exactly. You're not gaining a whole lot out of this deal. So the characters, I don't think, are really going to change anything there. Obviously, as we said, they're not really going anywhere.
Shout out to Fred and Chad. We had another win. Fred took round 1 of his bracket. Cool. Congrats,
Congratulations. Nice.
Addy, I mean, my name is already on the card, so that's cool. But the Dan mode thing, I think we need like a Dan mode / blame Dan shirt. I might need both. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
So I lost where the hell I was when you switched
Battlefield-
over to chat.
The Battlefield Legend's probably not the correct
Yes.
play. I think
Correct.
the Battlefield Legend is probably the exact same thing. Like I think that's in there for the combo match. For if combo's in the event, I think it's a safe bet for him to go to that route.
I could see that. I don't know if so. I got to pull it back up because I just closed it.
Clayton, there is an official ruling. The stratagem counts as one of the battle cards in your 10 battle cards, so you have to use a slot on a stratagem. And I'm sure Mr. Judge Eddie Santos can back me on that one. So yeah, like I said, no shock here, no character changes. It looks like Jempty might. I mean, it's obviously hard to tell. You can always do whatever you want, but it looks like maybe he is adding a third card. I don't know what that third card would be.
Let me switch back to his list because I'm not entirely sure either.
Like maybe he just boards in the extra. Like maybe he just goes in. Maybe like so. The thing is, I think the reflects. I think he could see that the reflects aren't that good in this matchup.
I was about to say maybe it's just a matter of taking things out.
Right. So like maybe he just took out the 2 reflects and he took out the take cover. So he's like, oh, I gotta take these 3 cards out because they're not useful. You know, I could see that to where he's just like, all right, I'll just play like maybe he just boards in stable cover, sabotage armaments, and the end hostilities, and he just makes that 3 card swap just to have like more efficient cards. I could see that.
Yeah, unless he popped in the enforcement batons on the thought that
that's possible. That's possible.
Again, it's just a matter of yes, these cards aren't as efficient.
As far
it's
as
better than the option.
Jamie goes, he definitely brought in the belligerents. He probably brings in his own end hostilities, and there's a good chance he probably brings in the energy pack as well. Maybe the energy pack and the enhanced power cell. I mean, that's 5 cards, but there's a chance that you do those things. So I could see that.
Right.
As far as what he's going to take out, that's a tougher decision. Based on his list. So, but I know I talked to him before the event of his plans and what he was going to do. So, all right, we're in the motions. We got Damo going. He's going first this game, so he doesn't get to crack.
Yeah, that's an interesting decision given the Windcharger lineup.
Are they? They're not waiting for us, are they?
They might be.
You guys aren't waiting for me, right? Okay, just checking in.
What was the reason?
It wasn't. He was just thinking about who he was going to attack, I guess.
Oh, okay, fair.
It did seem.
It was the way he folded his hands. I'm like,
I'm like, he flipped the Damo, and then I'm like, wait a minute. I'm off duty, but yes, he's correct. Thank you, Judge Santos.
Nice.
You're my go-to guy. You're my go-to guy. And you're always in stream. You're always a supporter. Thank you. Yeah, so what do we get there? Anything good?
Plane did nothing?
Did the plane attack Optimus and just do nothing? Is that possible?
That had to have been what happened.
That's possible. So here's the thing now, like this is the second opportunity where like this car could just smack, right? Like if he just has grenade launcher here or anything, like I think there's a good chance. Belligerents. Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
I guess if it's the best offensive option, it's just the way to go.
Well, yeah, I guess you want to power up this attack, but
I mean that's not.
I would have hoped for something. Yeah.
So you're talking 7, 11. So you're gonna leave him at 1, right? That's what's gonna happen here. No, 10, right? Yeah, 7, 10. Here's a 10.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out where the 11 came from. Sorry.
It's cool. Numbers.
So we're in a similar situation to last game then.
Yep. So he did more damage there for sure. Oh. Too tough to... No, wait. Why did he flip the extra cards?
Yeah, I don't see why. Even if there's a white pippage.
What are the extra cards there for, Gems? Okay, thank you. You're good. Yep, takes 8. Okay.
Got it.
See you later, Matt. Thanks for hanging out. Lots of judging. I gotta give the shout out to game 1. They didn't have any judging.
Yeah.
Very little. Only to yell at me because I heard me.
To be fair, we got that out of the way for this game too. So it's now tradition, and we have to do it every game.
Yeah. Well, they got to hear all the nice things I said about them.
Exactly. Dan's the nice guy. All right, so we got stable.
Yep.
I don't have any idea what that kinetic converter or kinetic intensifier whip is supposed to be.
The white. Go to the lineup. That white. Oh, is it a staggering might? It's a staggering might. Yes.
What? I didn't even
Yes.
notice that on the
Yes.
first
The text
skim.
The text staggering might.
Savage. I mean, that's a thing. Sky Shadow's more than enough on the stars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Interestingly enough. Yeah, it was definitely a card that he was very adamant about playing. I said when I played the deck last week on stream that like I never had the opportunity to play the card, so like I can't really gauge it. It seems interesting. It seems fine. You know, like it
Right.
could give you some extra health out of your Sky Shadow in big mode, which you know that sounds great.
It's one of those that I always want to include it, and then it ends up
Falling
falling
by
on
the
the cutting room
wayside.
floor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just because it's like, oh, it's a white pip. I'd rather play these upgrades, but it's definitely an interesting choice that I like. So hopefully we'll get to see it.
So in this mode here, what could end up happening and changing this game is if Decado has a javelin, he has the opportunity to smack the tank and kill the. Oh no, he doesn't. Nope. Nope. Never mind. Can't do it. We've discussed this so many times. And if he did
Not
that,
fizzling the attack.
if he did, he would fizzle his attack. So he can't even get away with that. But it'd be interesting.
If only.
Yeah.
I mean, the javelin does allow for some extra damage. And like we were just talking about, Sky Shadow, once he's combined, certainly is intimidating on the offensive end. He has some options on the defensive end with the innate tough, but you don't combine with a ton of health. So
You generally combine with 10. Like that's like your best case scenario, obviously.
right. All right. So I'm guessing that's not staggering might.
Well, you can just play it, can't you?
I don't think it's a legal target to play. Let me double check. I think you have to play it on somebody that's. No, it's while the upgraded character is 16 or
Okay,
more, so you
yeah.
can legally play it for
Yeah,
the +1
I
attack.
thought you could legally play it, so
Okay.
I thought we were okay. I remember I read it a couple times. But it just has no effect until then, which is fine. Which he's kind of playing,
Yeah.
I guess he just assumed his guy's gonna die.
Which, I mean, it's a risk putting it out there. It's unlikely that the tank is going to die. You have a secret action set. He has tough too.
I guess the thing is that like at worst, what his opponent wastes his turn on reprocessing staggering might, you know.
Well, I'm thinking if he's able to just blow him up, but it's unlikely that that's going to happen.
If he can take out the tank, yeah.
Yeah, it's unlikely because you'd have to just do
All
a
right, so
million
here's our
things.
counter espionage, and like I said, I think Decado has. I'm sorry, I think Jempty has one of the hardest decks to counter espionage. So we'll have to see what he named here.
Yeah,
And granted, he has 5 cards in his hand, and Decado knows what those cards are, so you can very easily just like pick
Espionage?
apart. Yeah, like you can just espionage like when in doubt. Also,
right.
so it's a sabotage armaments, which he did not.
He
name.
didn't. Yeah. So it sounds like he must have just espionaged.
He might have just named like hostilities or something like that,
Yeah.
because it looks like he's not gonna get anything. Yeah. But it looked like he had double handheld blaster in hand. Yeesh, show me the greens.
Yeah. Sabotage armaments, and I couldn't tell what the second card in from the left was.
I thought it was stable cover. Or was
Probably.
it? Was it a sabotage armaments? Okay, it might have been.
I think the one all the way to the left was.
Oh, okay. The second card was stable cover then.
Yes.
So he's
It's
just
power cells showing up everywhere.
Yeah, he's just gonna power cell and say, "Well, I just won't deal enough damage this turn." I mean, like, so do you just take the shot and try to KO the plane here and just say move on, or do you think you just like poke at the tank and hope for the best?
I mean, is he ready to?
No.
Like if you let him
No.
combine, that seems like it's going to be real bad for you.
No, I think you just poke the tank.
Yeah.
And that's what 9, right?
9 Pierce 1, I guess.
So 2 crit, and we'll know right away if. So he did attack the plane.
Interesting.
Because it's also interesting because he gets to now keep this staggering might.
Yeah, they're ignoring the staggering might. I just feel like combining right now,
All right,
both your Autobots are exposed.
Let's see if we get the bolt this time.
Yeah, that's where I was going with it. It's definitely an interesting play. I'm not. We got to get some player interviews and see what their thoughts on where they wanted to go with some of these things.
And that is the best part about this is we're going to get those things,
Yep.
And not all that stuff might be on stream, obviously, but we're going to be able to go back and look at these things. It looks like to me he missed the bolt again.
Oh no!
Man, he just doesn't like dealing lightning bolts. Like he just doesn't like it.
A man hasn't played enough Superion. That's why.
Clearly. Yep, I agree, Mr. Eddie.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Yep.
To agree with chat.
Stefan made me believe in the power cell. I've seen him do too much with it.
I think you're right.
You're totally right. He definitely doesn't have it written in the card, but he knows about it because that's why he's playing Reflex. All right, so that's a pretty nice. Like I don't know that Fangry is going to be able to KO this character here.
No, I think that it's a steep hill, barring something wild. Like you probably have to have a belligerence.
So it's at 8, 9, 10. Does the staggering might doesn't give plus attack, right? It just gives the.
No, it's just it does give +1 attack statically.
Oh, okay, so it's 11. Okay.
Yeah.
Ow. That's a big hurt. So yeah, so you have a 10 health, you have a reflex circuit, which is good against the Fangry, and you have the extra tough. Sheesh. That's a tough ask. You're basic the reflex circuits plus the extra tough from staggering might is basically just voiding the Fangry's bold.
Yep.
So we're gonna need a belligerence play here for him to have a shot at this.
Absolutely, yeah. It's funny how many resources would have to go into removing Sky Shadow right now just to go, oh, by the way, there's still a Perceptor.
Right.
Oh. We can cross our fingers, but I don't know.
That's like 7.
7 bolt 3.
Ooh, that's some marges though. All right, well then he follows up with the double lose.
Made up for it.
So 2, 4, 6, 8. He's got 8 defense. Sheesh.
Ooh, boy.
7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so he just deals 3, right?
Because I guess I'll just take a couple damage.
Ouch. Like Pierce 3, right? Like, ouch.
That is not the attack you wanted out of your Fangry.
Ouch. Yeah, I mean, hey.
The full moon is not out, not a full werewolf.
Yeah, get a sparring gear. All right, he's D'ing up. He's D'ing up. I mean, I will say that the tough armor is okay in this because he doesn't have his deck is not predominantly black. It has like spot black cards in it. Like he has wedge, he has like fight position, but he's not like over the top on black cards.
Right. That was the case also in our previous game where, yes, there were black cards present, but it wasn't...
It's not a dominant factor of the deck.
Yes.
He's thinking about going piles here. Interesting. I guess it's fine. I mean,
I don't know how many cards he has in hand, but... I don't know what just happened.
I
think he was about to reach for the judge thing.
Oh, I'm getting yelled at? I think I am getting yelled at.
Nope. He's just doing it.
Judge?
Maybe knock something over off screen.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so he did board in the enforcement batons, it looks like.
Okay.
Then you said that was end hostilities and... Belligerence and...
Fusion
Borer.
Yep.
So he's going to upgrade actions, it looks like.
Makes sense to me. I mean, the fusion bore here is almost good enough, right?
Fusion Borer is pretty good.
I mean, it's just +3. So, like, depending on what's in his hand, like he could just easily KO this Optimus here.
And that probably does it.
It's gonna be tough to come back from that. I agree. There's the fusion borer.
Doesn't look like he has anything else out of hand.
All right, well then that's not as good. So.
Well, that's still... No, he doesn't get the bonus in that mode, so...
Oh, he gets the Pierce 4, right? That's a K-Main crash, so he's going to have Pierce 4.
There it is. That'll do it, folks.
Bing, bing. Get him. Bye-bye, Mr. Optimus. Yeah.
So weird.
Hold on.
Did they forget about the Pierce?
Do you guys have the extra Pierce in the K-Main crash for 4 damage? 4 plus the fusion bore that's Pierce 4, right? Hold on. I can't hear you guys. Yeah, you were on 10, and then he had fusion bore plus K-Main crash for Pierce 4.
Was I on 10? Okay, yeah, sorry. I thought it was on 9.
So 4, yeah, so he gets KO'd. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So, where does Windcharger.deck go from here? Because
I for what it's worth, I think this is. Sorry, guys, you can hear me still. Haha, I will mute myself. I think this is obviously a tough look here. The game one, the PTT was just a blowout, and then here, able to KO the Optimus at alt mode. Sheesh, the fusion bore has to go away.
Uh-oh. Did we just lose somebody? Who do we lose?
Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back.
Oh, it's Decado. Okay.
The fusion board goes away, Gem. There you go. I'm gonna unmute Jempty. Did he say something, or did he just crash, Gempt?
Yeah, he just crashed. We're back in now.
Oh, cool. I don't see him yet. He has to turn video on still. Oh, there we go.
Nothing happened.
And this is exactly why we added time on, guys.
Yep.
Stuff
Speaking
like
of
that.
which, you might want to give him a time check.
Just so you guys know, there's 18 minutes left in the round. Yeah, so they're good. They got plenty of time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially given the current board state.
Right.
So before all of the kerfuffle, Windcharger, what do you think his outs are here? How does he actually claw out of this?
I don't know that he has any outs here. Obviously, even if he KOs the Sky Shadow, it's like he still has a full health Perceptor.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just. Ugh. And I'm not even sure he's going to KO the Sky Shadow here. He would need a lot of help still.
Yeah. I think step one, he's got to get rid of Sky Shadow and figure out some way to scrounge together one-shotting Perceptor, and I don't know how you would do that. He has 2 cards in hand, it looks like. Or no, he just rebooted, so he should have 4.
They each have 4, yeah. He only has the 1 of reboot, and he's gotten it both games. So here it is. So he gets the draw again. He gets the plan. And he gets to see what action he's gonna. Oh no, he doesn't. He can't play an action. So he just gets the plan. So, but even that, you're looking at what 7 attack. That's not gonna KO a Sky Shadow.
Not right now.
So he's probably just gonna pick a Perceptor, I imagine. Which it's not bad. He gets himself to 10. And it does look like he went after the Sky Shadow, and I just don't think that's going to do enough. He's just going to get Pierce 2 here. Well, no, he'll get a little more. No, will he? Oof. No, definitely not enough, that's for sure.
No, that doesn't look good.
Yeah, it was the Pierce 2. Ouch.
Ouchtown population Windcharger.
So the staggering mic is definitely playing a part.
Yeah. I definitely appreciate it. I'd have to examine the list closer to say, okay, is it definitely worth keeping? But yeah, it's putting in.
Jempty has a very, very interesting list for sure. And I think I think this list is a very meta predicted list on top of that. Like I said, he has the main deck reflects, the main deck take covers. So he's very all in on that Sky Shadow mirror, and being able to prevent those damages to his Perceptor.
Yeah. I mean, as you were describing earlier, it's super swingy with that. So
right. I'm getting yelled at by Fred. Fred, don't yell at me. I'm on stream.
So now it's a matter of just going downhill with the giant combiner, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably just KOs him, right? Like,
Yeah, he smashes them into paste, pavement pizza, pick your cliche. Is that a gyro before that?
there is a gyro in the list, yes.
Interesting, okay. Yeah, we got that Windcharger. Fangry, I love you, buddy, but that is a marathon to try and get through those characters.
I don't think we're gonna see a beast mood here.
Yeah, especially in time, as far as
I mean,
if Fangry could push damage, but look, there's a lot coming back.
Yeah. I mean, like this grenade, like once again, like we're starting at 4 defense against it. The belligerence is going to be good enough for sure. I mean, well, unless that's end hostilities, which I guess if that'll just be the blowout of blowouts. But
I mean, lol. Yeah.
The point is that even if this is the case, and it is the end hostilities here, so it's just like turns them off.
Buddy.
You know, like it's just going to be an 8 attack here, and that's just not going to be good enough. Oh, are they talking about how this is working?
I'm sure that's the case.
I may get a judge call here.
Yep.
Aha! I called it.
There it is.
Hi, guys. Oh, hold on. I have to unmute Jempty. Hi, Jempty.
What's the order of operations? He played belligerence. I revealed end hostilities.
End hostilities rules over. So the belligerence does not go in effect. End hostilities does.
Right, because his belligerence applies on the attack because of its attacker, and then my defending reveals changes it back, right?
Yes. Well, no, it cancels it out entirely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, you still get, like, your orange will still be blues.
Right, but none of his blues are oranges.
Right.
And none of his...
Like,
how does
his blues would be oranges. The oranges are, like, there's no blues turning into oranges. Sorry, yes. No blues turning into oranges. Oranges turning into blues.
Right, so all his oranges still become blues, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, so we just got 8 Pierce 1 coming at you.
Bink.
That one's gonna. Everybody would have asked this.
Yep.
Like,
I agree.
It's always been, and
Totally agree.
they're doing the right thing with verifying it. So.
Yeah, and he just went 8 Pierce 1, huh? And what do you think? Did he just deal 1 damage? Yeah. Wow. Whew.
Oh, buddy, that is no bueno.
Yeah, this is a tough lineup here. Because I was thinking, like, even if he was... Oops, sorry, guys, you can still hear me. Even if he was... even if he was in the situation where he was able to KO the character, he's still going to get an Ominous, which is like a free Pierce 4, you know? So it's like, he's going to eat 4 of your 11 health to start, you know? And that's going to be really tough to come back
And you're
from.
just getting one shot by the Perceptor. I mean, the advantage would be... Well, not advantage, but...
He's going to piece through Tyranny. I love it.
Is that just salt in the wounds? Is that what's happening here?
It. He's just going to take command of it, you know? It's great.
Because I was about to say, Ominous gets in, then everybody stands up, and Fangry could try and kill Perceptor.
I mean, that's interesting. Like I said, if he has any, like, static weapon to put on his Ominous there, like, the Ominous would have just literally just been, like, Pierce 4 twice.
Yeah.
But even that's pretty gigantic. That's, what, 3, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14? I mean, is that enough right there? Probably.
11, 12, 13. Yeah, I mean, barring.
And then here's the thing. With the Peace Through Tyranny, he gets to just attack again.
Correct.
Am I getting another judge call?
That's got to be it, right? Because it's, like I said, 7, 11.
14?
And it's a piece, and what's underneath the piece? A grenade launcher?
Yeah. I just scooping them up. Okay. I'm going to turn them on. Hey guys, welcome to chat.
Did you unmute them?
Yep, they are unmuted. You guys can hear me, right? Oh, hold on, Jempty, you're still muted. Haha, okay. So, tough games there for for you on there, Decado. Can you hear me, Decado? Oh, hi guys. Now that I'm
Hey,
unmuted. uh, tough games there for Decado's side for sure. I'd like to shout out the staggering might. That was awesome. But
Spicy.
I wanted to thank you guys for coming on the stream. It was a lot. It was awesome. Great games, and I'm really glad you guys came on.
I'm glad you guys hosted this, man. Having a blast already. Thanks again to everything you guys do.
Thanks.
yep, I appreciate it.
All right. And I'm gonna say goodbye to chat, and I will end this call, and I will talk to you guys afterwards. Okay?
All right, sounds good.
Sounds good.
Bye.
All right. So we have just me, just us, all by our lonesomes.
Yep. So it was fun getting those games in and commentating. Like it's exciting seeing everything going on.
Yeah, that's two games from our first round, and you're definitely going to see this on the Vectorsigma website. We're going to be updating it as often as we can to show everyone the rankings and stuff like that. We're going to be doing some player profiles and doing some deck lists and stuff like that. So it's going to be a long event. It's gonna be some fun. We're planning on this round robin tournament to go through about 2 weeks. And we're gonna be doing our best to stream as much of it is. If it's not streamed, we're still gonna do our best to record it and get the games out there for you guys.
Well said. You pretty much comprehensively covered it. I'm looking forward to the next set of games for the remainder of the event, and I'm hoping that everybody out there watching this live, or if you're catching this afterwards, that you'll check out the future ones because it's really cool. It's helping build some excitement in. I mean, we all love this game, so this is the outlet we have.
Yeah, I mean, in the opening night, you saw 4 very different decks.
Yep.
2 Perceptor decks, but very different. And then a Shockwave deck modified, and then you saw this Windcharger General Optimus deck. So already in the event, you've seen 4 very interesting and different takes on Wave 5, which is very fun. It's very cool for us to see and for us to be able to chat about with you guys and have a good night. And I definitely want to give a shout out to chat. You guys were super active. I'm sorry I wasn't as interactive with you guys, but I'm really appreciative that you guys hung out and watched games tonight.
Absolutely.
And we will. I'm not going to completely confirm that we'll be back tomorrow night, but there's a very good shot that we're going to be back tomorrow night streaming again. I don't know if it'll be me and Vince, but it will be definitely someone.
Yeah. More surprises.
Yeah, so keep on the access. Like I said, hit that subscribe button so you know when we're going to go live, because God knows when it actually will be. It might be late. It might be even later. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not sure if we're going to do it for sure, but there's a good chance that if I'm on the table as the judge, that it will get streamed. So it could be very sporadic.
Yep. But we're going to try and you're going to get the other ones, whatever other recordings we have available.
Yeah,
So.
we have, like I said, we have 4 of us doing this tonight. Me and Vince tag teamed to start it off, and it was 2 guys. It was 2 sets from each of our brackets. So we just wanted to tag team and kick off the event. But tonight Scott has set their games and Stefan set their games. So check that website and see what came out on top in the early rounds.
Yep.
But we're gonna call it a night, guys. Definitely thank you for hanging out. It's been a blast tonight, and look for us in the coming days.
Looking forward to it. Good
Thanks,
night, everybody.
Vince. It was a pleasure to deal with you all night, Vince. I had a blast.
Yep. Definitely.
See you guys.
Later.